RBI announces Rs 50,000 crore booster for small and medium industries, slash reverse repo rate from 4% to 3.75%. Prime Minister Modi says RBI announcements will enhance liquidity. COVID-19 cases in India rise to more than 13,023 deaths in last 24 hours. Moregaon DC SP sent to quarantine. Centre releases 7,300 crore rupees to the states and union territories under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Hansraj, and now the details. Amidst the steep fall in the rupee and the continuing volatility in other segments of the financial market, Reserve Bank of India today announced several regulatory measures. While addressing media, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das announced to slash the reverse repo rate from 4% to 3.75% while keeping the repo rate unchanged. He also announced the 50,000 crore rupees booster package for small and medium-sized industries to recover from the lockdown. The RBI Governor declared that the period of resolution plan for NPAs will be extended by 90 days and the loans given by NBFCs to real estate companies will get similar benefit as given by the scheduled commercial banks. He said that these measures will help to maintain liquidity in the system, facilitate and incentivize bank credit flows, ease financial stress and enable formal working of markets. Das also said that India's growth rate is expected to be highest among G20 nations as per IMF estimates. The governor mentioned that pre-monsoon kharif sowing has been aggressive and the IMD has forecasted a normal southwest monsoon.
With even sharper declines in output in various countries, India is among the handful of countries that is projected to cling on somewhat tenuously to positive growth at 1.9%. In fact, this is the highest growth rate among the G20 economies as estimated by the IMF. India is expected to post a sharp turnaround and resume its pre-COVID, pre-slowdown trajectory by growing at 7.4% in 2021-22.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the announcements made by Reserve Bank of India will greatly enhance liquidity and improve credit supply. In a tweet, Modi said these steps would help our small businesses, MSMEs, farmers and the poor, and it will also help all states by increasing wage and means advance limits. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that the Reserve Bank of India has taken a slew of steps in view of the difficulties being faced due to COVID-19. In a series of tweets, the minister said these steps aimed at maintaining adequate liquidity in the system, incentivizing bank credit flows, easing financial stress and enabling the normal functioning of markets. She said RBI has increased the ways and means advance limit for states to 60% over and above the level as on 31st March to help state governments tide over cash flow problems due to a temporary dip in revenue collections. The minister said it has now been decided that the non-performing asset NPA classification norms will exclude the 3-month moratorium window that banks are allowed to give on loan repayments to ease the worries of MSMEs that are in danger of becoming NPA accounts. Union Health Ministry official today said that the total number of coronavirus cases has risen to 13,387 with 1,007 new cases reported since yesterday. 23 deaths have been reported in the last 24 hours. Out of the total count, 11,201 are active while 1,749 have been cured and discharged. 437 deaths have been reported till today morning. Ministry of Home Affairs has notified that some more activities have been exempted from a lockdown from the 20th of April. Activities including non-banking financial institutions like housing finance companies with bare minimum staff and cooperative credit societies. Construction activities in rural areas including water supply and sanitation, laying and erection of power transmission lines and laying of the telecom optical fiber and cable with other related activities are also exempted. Some more plantation activities, including bamboo, coconut, erica nut and spices plantation and harvesting, processing and packages, sales and marketing are also exempted in the list. This was informed by Punya Salila Srivastava, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs, in the regular Health Ministry briefing a short while before.
उन्होंने 100 टन से अधिक दवाई एवं मेडिकल इक्विपमेंट अस्पतालों एवं अन्य ग्राहकों तक पहुंचाया है। आधार आधारित भुगतान प्रणाली का प्रयोग करते हुए लगभग 2 लाख डाकिये और ग्रामीण डाक सेवक किसी भी बैंक से संबंधित राशि का भुगतान इंडिया पोस्ट पेमेंट बैंक्स के माध्यम से ग्राहकों को उनके द्वार पर सुनिश्चित करा रहे हैं।
A meeting of Group of Ministers over COVID-19 was held in New Delhi today. The meeting was chaired by Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan. Issues related to coronavirus pandemic and lockdown imposed in the wake of it was discussed. Government is likely to announce additional relief measures to mitigate the problem of migrant laborers, daily wage earners and other sections of the society. The novel coronavirus havoc continues across the globe as global COVID-19 death toll crosses 1.4 lakh. Over 2 million people have been infected by the deadly virus since its outbreak began at Wuhan city in China in December last year. United States registers the highest death toll of over 34,000. Italy is behind the United States and Spain in terms of the total number of cases of COVID-19 infection. Assam Health and Family Welfare Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, along with his cabinet colleagues, Agriculture Minister Atul Bora, Minister of State for Health Piyush Hazarika and Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council Chief Executive Member Tuliram Ronghang today visited Golaghat District Civil Hospital and took stock of the situation in the district during the ongoing lockdown. In presence of Assam Health and Family Welfare Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and the team, 4 COVID-19 patients treated in Golaghat Civil Hospital have been discharged after their test turned negative. In Assam, a Deputy Commissioner and Superintendent of Morigaon District were sent to quarantine after they reportedly came in contact with a COVID-19 patient. Assam Health and Family Welfare Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma in a tweet said that both the top officials of Morigaon District had come in contact with a person 14 days ago who has now turned COVID-19 positive. As per the protocol, their tests have been done. The government officials and few journalists took part in a program at Bhurbandha Lahori Ghat area in the district on March 31st last, where the COVID-19 patient was also present. 2 more fresh COVID-19 positive cases have been reported from Meghalaya. With this, Meghalaya has a total of 9 cases of the novel coronavirus. Both the infected persons are family members of the first patient, said Meghalaya Chief Minister in a tweet. A 69-year-old senior doctor of a Shillong-based hospital, the first patient of the state, was tested positive for COVID-19 and died on Wednesday last. Meanwhile, the Meghalaya government has been fully geared up to implement the second set of guidelines issued by the centre.
From the health department, our administration, the entire government machinery is working overtime. There are some officers who have not slept for the past 24 hours, 30 hours. And that's the kind of dedication that they are working with. Having said that, there are challenges, there are shortcomings. But I can assure you, what is important is to be able to respond to those challenges. What is important is to be able to rectify immediately and improve on the different shortcomings and challenges that we face.
Centre has released 7,300 crore rupees to the states and union territories under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, MGNREGS, to liquidate pending dues of last financial year, but also the wage dues for the first fortnight of 2020-21. Rural Development Minister Narendra Singh Tomar conducted a detailed review of all flagship schemes of the rural development on Thursday. He desired that MGNREGS works in non-containment areas with adequate focus on social distancing must be resumed in an efficient manner. The minister said the focus should be on creating durable assets relating to irrigation and water conservation. Tomar expressed satisfaction that over 93,000 self-help group members are engaged in manufacturing of cotton protective face covers as well as sanitizers and are also running community kitchens across the country. Tomar noted that under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, over 800 crore rupees has been released to the state. He advised that around 40 lakh beneficiaries of this scheme who have received a second and third installment of funds must be assisted in a proactive manner to quickly complete their housing units. The Tripura government, in view of the COVID-19 situation, will launch a drive for community testing in various parts of the state. Education Minister Ratan Lal Nath told that the random community testing will start from April 21st next. Besides, the samples of 10% of people residing within 1 kilometer radius of the houses of both the COVID-19 confirmed patients at Udaipur and Damchera will also be tested on a random basis. While acknowledging the dedicated services of the health professionals at this COVID-19 pandemic, the Education Minister said the state government is contemplating a plan to provide an incentive to the doctors and health staff as per their scale. A 3-member committee has been formed for this purpose. Nath also said a 7-member technical advisory committee has been constituted for inquiring about the treatment-related matters in districts through video conferencing. The committee will maintain regular contact with the doctors of various districts and pass necessary advice, he added. He said there is no shortage of any medical essentials including masks, kits and sanitizers in the state.
পেরিফেরির মধ্যে মিটারের মধ্যে সেখানে উদয়পুর দামচড়া সপ্তাহে এই দুটো জায়গা থেকে আমরা
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren said that his government may consider relaxation of COVID-19 lockdown after April 28th for some selected sectors after assessing the situation. However, no decision would be taken in a hurry because Manipur shares a long international boundary with Myanmar and even a slight laxity may lead to an unmanageable situation. He urged the public to immediately inform the police or call the toll-free number of Common Control Room if anybody comes across the sale of essential items in the prices higher than the price fixed by the government. And before we wind up the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. RBI announces Rs 50,000 crore booster for small and medium industries, slash reverse repo rate from 4% to 3.75%. Prime Minister Modi says RBI announcements will enhance liquidity. COVID-19 cases in India rise to more than 13,000, 23 deaths in last 24 hours. Morigaon DC, SP sent to quarantine. Centre releases 7,300 crore rupees to the states and union territories under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.